Hey, how you doing? This is Kitch, and you are watching me play Factorio. I've got a secondary power thing all set up and ready to go. It's still going off of this one, but I think I got it set up pretty well where we can just transition over. I moved the algae stuff back. It now goes back about this far, and we got this kind of little void here. I have a little bit of a plan for it, but I think we just want to try to transition it over. So let's do that. We should be able to just flip that belt and then this belt. And that's going to avoid that because that's specifically for the wood, but that's going to come in here, and we're going to start making wood blocks and wood pellets here. All right, here come the wood pellets. And I had some stuff that I had seeded the system with, at least just to get the coal going. All right, there go the blocks. Boy, and hardly any of these guys are working here. Are these flowing? There's probably a little bit of a backup there. It'll take a while for that to uncover. But I'm pretty sure that's a yellow belt and that's a yellow belt. So what we have going on here should be enough throughput. Oh, I see a problem. There we go. That looks a lot better. All right, so we got coal smelting now. I put a buffer here, and this buffer right now, because it's not red belt on the loader, I think that's actually going to be a problem. Right now, we should be so far underproducing that it doesn't make a difference, but I want to put a buffer right there as well. All right, and we are producing power from up here. Fantastic. Okay, that's going to be mixing in with another thing that we don't have hooked up yet. That's going to be all wood. All right. That was somewhat painless. Go ahead and remove... I guess we go ahead and just get rid of all this stuff. We'll let it burn out, but it's not going to be doing anything for us ever again, and that's going to open up just a ton of space for us. Which I do have some plans for, by the way. And let's see, we need to move this and get rid of all of that stuff. Because we still need this for the electric circuits. Are we going... I mean, we've got more machines than we have sense here. So as long as this is sort of backing up... Why aren't you getting your stuff? Okay, you were missing an inserter. All right. I think this is working. So this coal line here is going to come... the coal line that we currently have on the bus way down here. All this is going to go away. This will probably move like over here. And that's going to give us this big, wide open lane. And I'm keeping it bus for now, but that's not the future plan for it. That's why there is so much space here. Just now, I think buses make sense at the phase of the game that I'm in. It's not going to be that way for long, though. So I kind of wanted to build this with some expansion ideas in mind. It's built to grow, I'll say. All right, let's get rid of all of this. And we might actually start on some of that in this episode. But right now, it just feels good to get rid of some of this stuff. All right, and let's see. We need to get rid of this, and it needs to move. This is also our pure water source, so we have to remember that as well. And that has a line of alginic acid coming out of it. Let's see if we can't put that over here somewhere. Algae farm, I guess it was the Mark II one? I don't know. It is now. Let's put that there. Let's get this more in line with that. Because you take water. And you take salt water, or saline water. Pure water will come up and go out on the bus. And then we can just do this right here. You will make the alginic acid. And what side? We want it on the inside. Well, we can do that with a with an offset. All right, and that's going to move this right here in front of this puddle and into our coal setup. That's okay. All this is no more. And this is no more as well. This little pattern in here. The landfill, if you're not aware, you can actually change the pattern of it. There are multiple different patterns of the landfill. I am using the one... I'm just using whatever's default right now. I'm not doing anything fancy-smancy with it. Or whichever one it's landing on. It's actually the same key as the rotate key for me. So every time I rotate anything, I'm actually changing the pattern. So that's why it's kind of wild and all over the place. It's not bothering me. Typically things like that do. But it's not bothering me. For it to be all... I don't know. It gives a little bit of variation. Is this everything we need here? We probably got to back up the purified water. Okay, and that is an important purified water source. Boy, I'd rather have that go down. Not that it really matters. Oh, and let's see. These we want on the inside. I did run the alginic acid down the bus, and it might not be the best way to do it. But, it just makes it really easy for now. And I'm all about easy. All right, and okay, we got some alginic acid going out. That is all working and very much out of the way. All right, let's clean all of this up, and I guess we don't need this power up here anymore. We can move it to a different location and get the rest of our bus lines hooked up, and we will be back to 0 finally and ready to go on to the next adventure, whatever that may be. All right, just a couple more lines to hook up here. This is going to be the wood line coming in. And just looking at this, I think this probably needs to be red someday. But that's something we can do later. I don't know that we're producing a full red belt. It's a little bit more... It's a little bit more than a yellow belt that we're producing, but... some of it's going the other way, too, so it's not like it's all being dedicated to go up here. This is more trying to future-proof stuff than it is anything else. Okay, that'll add to that. And we're getting a just humongous backup here, which is a good spot to be in. You guys, oh, you're not getting your stuff out fast enough. That's right. We had 2 inserters outputting for you guys. And those aren't alternated at all? No. Not that I think it really matters. Alright. That's going to be much better. Alright, so that is that hooked up, and the only thing we lack now is getting coal hooked up. And I think it's right here next to the wood. Yes. Alright, we'll come and revisit this up here later. Do I have that as fast? Does that need to be fast? It doesn't. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Except for areas where there's a big demand, it will be able to pull out the charcoal a lot faster and turn off power quicker. There we go. And that should bring us back to 0. I got the other power plant moved. It's up here now. I don't have it turned on, but should we need it, it'll be available. We're doing okay right now, and I think once we turn on the other side of the factory that I currently have turned off, which we need to turn on here soon. I don't know that I'm liking these rates. Are you guys... Okay, all these machines are running. I mean, we're not getting a lot down there toward the end, but that's expected. Why are you yellow? Oh, you're missing an inserter. That might help. Oh, you guys are going. Very nice. All right, everything's starting to back up again. Oh, we never got this. We never ran this all the way down. Let's do that. Okay, that takes that back to 0. How are we going to get power over here? I don't know that there's a good way to do it. Let's just expand this goofy line right here for now. And we'll plug this side in. All right, and we're low on oxygen. That should take a while. Did we unhook this flare stack? We did. So it'll just be a while before it catches back up. It's all very, very interdependent right now because the sulfuric wastewater that's made over here, we need that to run the blue algae, to run the wood, to run the power. We need... They're not like independent systems anymore. Everything's very dependent on each other. So whereas before I could turn off one side of the factory and just not worry about it, I can't do that anymore because if this isn't making this, we're not making this stuff over here. But right now, I think we're good. What's our buffer looking like? It's slowly going up. All right, good sign. Okay, we got the algae maker over. There are a couple of little maintenance items I want to do here. One, I want to grab a crusher. Do we have one? We do. And I want to put that... Where do I want to put that? Somewhere over here. Maybe like there. And I want to get you crushing stone. And I want to feed that into an assembly machine that is making stone. No idea where stone... There it is, right there. And that's to relieve some of this slag pressure that we have. To prevent this from being backed up so that these electrolyzers will actually work. And I want to get this basically down to the mall. We've got the undergrounds that need it, but there's also another fairly important thing that we're going to be making here soon that needs it. Do we need a buffer for it? No, but do we need this warehouse? Let's just pull it up. I'm going to wish I had a buffer for it. Let's see. Do we have a free line? Yeah, I guess we can put it right there. That'll work. Oh no. Yellow belt. Oh, we're full of we're full of all that stone we just picked up. How far are we away? Still pretty far. Okay, and we need this just right here, and we need it on the top. Hindsight, we probably could have shared the steel line. But for now... we'll just take it directly across here. Okay, so that's going to be needed here. Boy, garbage. Let's see, let's throw some of that in there just so we can pick that up. That will feed directly off that. We can take the stone and just directly put it in there. All right. And that gives us stone down here in our mall for the things that we're going to construct. It's kind of a slow trickle right now, but I think that'll be fine. Let's see, what else do we need? This is all for rail, by the way, if I didn't say that. You require stone, iron, steel. Electronic circuits we have, sticks we have, plates, steel, electronic circuits, iron plates, electronic circuits, iron plates. Engines. I think engines are the same. They just require... iron gear wheels, iron pipes, steel plates. We're good there. And what was that thing I saw? Locomotive Mark II, advanced circuits. Okay, so we can't get there yet. Iron plate, steel plate. Very, very nice. Yeah, so we can start making train stuff in the mall now. That was the missing ingredient. Let's just take a look here and see if we're missing anything. We should be producing... Oh, no, we got a big buffer of wood to burn through. But as we start adding these components, we'll start getting a little bit of a draw. The problem right now is that well, I don't know if it's a problem. I'm calling it a problem. Is that we don't have anything pulling. We don't have any draw right now on the bus because we're not making science. Science is generally a sink that's always demanding resources because it just gets burned through. And we don't have anything like that. It's all basically just getting burnt through. And so I have to come through here and do stuff like this to make a demand in order to keep this stuff running. Because, yeah, these electrolyzers have to run, or these guys can't run. And if these guys can't run, we're not creating the sulfuric acid for over there. It's all a big interconnected chain. All right. Well, I think... I don't think there's any reason why we just don't come down here and take a look at this. We have metal sticks being made right here. So it would make sense to maybe make the railroad tracks. Electronic circuits and iron plates. Do we not have iron on this side? We did. We just stopped carrying it down for some reason. Well, that makes sense. Have no issue at all with mall spaghetti. Not even a little bit. Alright, so there's rail signals, not train stops, chain signals and regular signals. They both require the same thing. Steel chests, let's just go ahead and make like a big giant glob of them. Iron sticks come down through here. You can grab those. You can grab that. And we'll also need stone. And I'm pretty sure this is like the last thing in the universe that requires stone that we're going to need to mass produce. I could be, and sometimes am wrong, though. Been known to happen quite a bit. Let's see, let's limit that. Just a stack of chain signals. We'll do 2 stacks of regular signals. All right, and we're going to see if we can't do train stops here. What do we need for train stops? Electronic sticks, iron plates, steel plates, electronic circuits. Yep. That'll do it. And these probably don't even need to be automated. But here we go. It's one of those things I just don't want to ever worry about. Let's see. Shift L. That should get you everything you need. We are going through the railroad track right now. Let's see. We're making pipe here. If we made you engines. Oops, wrong one. Shift L. There we go. Let's see. We've got gears here, believe it or not. And we can turn you into iron pipe. That'll give us our engine, and what else do we need? Steel and electronic circuits. Is that it? Go ahead and send that out to a chest as well. Actually, not now. We'll do that in the future, though. Okay, train stops, signals, rail, engines being made. You have everything but engines, so that will be made. Yeah, let's definitely tone that down. All right. That feels like progress. Getting trains is going to be a good step. I don't know what we're going to do with those trains yet, but that's kind of why I left this open right here, so we can kind of expand a train network going up and down, and then slowly over time, we'll give up on the bus lanes and start using the train lanes. That's the idea. I don't know what that's going to look like in reality, though. But we might as well use some of this stone brick, because why not? And we got some desert gardens there. And this goes all the way to the top now. Power is looking good. Still not buffering any charcoal yet, which is kind of surprising to me. But we've got plenty of power. I guess since we're put a buffer on the since we put a buffer on the charcoal pellets. Oh no. Well, that'll just have to be there for now. Since we put a buffer on the charcoal pellets, it's going to be sucking up a lot more coal, and it's not going to back up on coal until we get that done. So that actually makes sense. I'm not panicked about it. All right. Well, that felt. Still don't feel like we're going forward, but I feel like we made it back to 0, and I think there's a plan going forward. And I think I'm pretty excited about where it's going. Let's check our farms. We got one there. And there. Boy, this seems to really have slowed down. And again, I know that's not the way that percentage chances and things like that work, but... It's like the first time I checked this swamp garden, there were 3 of them, and I haven't seen one since. That's okay. We're getting lots of seeds, though, and I don't know how many seeds we need. We might be at a spot where we can stop. I need to look these up and see what they all do. That would probably be wise. Well, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. I will see you in the next episode. Have a good one.